Did I tell you this is a date?
It's a date
Yes,
cast.
yes, it is a date cast, yes.
Yay, I'm on a date.
So, it's
With
been
someone who
forever.
has a girlfriend though.
Well, those are the best kind though.
The best ones are taken, I feel.
There is
No,
a
I'm the
reason.
best. I'm not taken
Yet.
yet.
But you've also been busy working.
A lot.
How long are you working when you're a female film person? Is it more than men? Are you working more than men?
We take time to get ready. We take an hour to get ready, whereas men would only take like 15-20 minutes to get ready. So we have to be there half an hour before they start rolling and stuff like that. So then kind of like half an hour, 45 minutes.
But I mean more in the
extra.
sense of like, मेरा imagination ये है. मैं ना कल रात को कॉफी विद करण देख रहा था क्योंकि होटल में कुछ और आता नहीं है. ठीक है. So they were doing whatever rounds of interviews, and when they were comparing actors, they had two separate classes. So like, you know how Karan will be like, okay, Ranbir, this, that, and like rate them 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And then Shah Rukh, Salman, Amir is a different class altogether.
Yeah.
But then they'd move to actresses, and it'd be Priyanka, Deepika, Katrina, Kareena, and like Anushka, right? And there's no second, because part of it is because the age range is the same.
No, second is now Alia and these new kids, no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But the age range does not exist with a woman actress, because by the time they're like whatever 30 something, it's almost like people are made to forget about them by design. They're no longer getting stuffs and so on and so forth or whatever. Like there's a certain age at which Shah Rukh Khan can still play a 22-year-old, but Madhuri Dixit cannot. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because a lot of changes happen to women's bodies, and I think that is the reason why they tend to look older or like the age that they are. You know, but men, I don't know. Of course, like changes happen to men's bodies as well. But
Have you observed any of those changes?
no, not really.
Sorry, just go on. The joke was just sitting there. I had to crack it.
Okay.
No, but I imagine
But
because
yeah, I think if you see, I am older than you thought I was.
I thought you were 18.
See, but I'm 24.
Yo, you should have a podcast of your own. What are you doing?
So yeah, I mean, if you look younger, you get the part. So then nobody is going to like put you in that category or like, oh, you're too old, so now the age is just a number. But if you don't look that age, I might be 30, but if I look 24, how does that matter?
Right. You definitely look very, very young. And I think it's particularly like, do you get the most amount of compliments for your eyes when people are casting or whatever? It's like she has very young eyes or some stuff like that?
No.
No.
Casting people will never compliment you.
Never to your face.
Never. Never.
Is casting weird though?
It is, I think, but people, especially actors, they need to know that whenever they are auditioning, they just need to know that people are trying to see you as the character. Not, like we get into this phase like we are giving auditions after auditions after auditions after audition, but then nothing is working out, and then you get into that phase with like, what do I do? Nothing is working out, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And they will start judging themselves. I think that's not, of course, you have to work on yourself, but when you're going for an audition, they are only looking for their character. Do you fit that bill? Do your face, do your body structure, do your acting skills, so everything. Like acting comes, I think, much later than do you fit the bill of my character, because they have imagined their character in a way. When you think of something, when you're writing something, you imagine a character. Even while we are reading something, we have imagined a character. And when we see this film come out, and you'll be like, they're not that great, because that was your imagination when you read that book. Adaptation of that book into a film would be like, because 50 Shades of Grey.
Hot as hell. I've never seen it, by the way. I've only heard. And it's funny that women like it more than men like it.
I read the book and it was amazing.
Was it as steamy to read the book as...
Yeah.
So interesting. Why do you think is it more attractive to... Because girls love 50 Shades of Grey. What the fuck is that guy doing right, whatever his name is?
I only watched one, the first part, that's it. I've not watched...
Oh, there's more parts to it?
Yeah.
So glad I checked out.
50 Shades of Grey, darker, this, that, I don't know what all are there. So,
Black.
So,
I'm so proud of myself for that joke. Go on, go on.
I'm just going to ignore. I'm just going to pretend as if I didn't hear it. I forgot what I was saying.
50 Shades, there's many editions. You watched the first one.
Yeah, I watched the first one. So, it was okay. Like, my imagination was way better than the film. So, it's like that.
I think I got into Harry Potter, and this was a similar experience for me with Harry Potter. Not the pornographic part, but like the story, the book and the movie part. And with Harry Potter, what happened was I had seen the first movie before I picked up the books. So for the rest of the book reading thing, I would imagine Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and Rupert Grint.
Yeah.
But as soon as we started getting to book 4 where Cedric Diggory appears and the movies hadn't come, or Bellatrix Lestrange or whatever her name is and all these characters, I had an imagination. And when the movie started showing them, I was like, sometimes I was so nerdy, I would take the book with me to the hall. Because I'd be like, I need to verify. I was that nerdy about Harry Potter.
Wow,
My Harry Potter
a lot
books,
of kids were.
I had annotations, Jiya. I had like, acha, ye spell ka matlab ye hai. Like, I wanted to really be invited to Hogwarts at 11. I was so sad when they did not invite me. So for me, that was like true fantasy, like really absorptive. There was something about that book.
Yeah. My cousin was that obsessed with Harry Potter. And I was just a lost child.
You've said that before. What is a lost child?
I was very shy since I was little. And because of that, also like I went through a lot of changes in my family. My mom and dad separated when I was 13 and stuff. So because of that, and because I was very shy, I used to be very quiet. I would not talk a lot to people, and because of that, people would not know what's happening with me. You know, it was hard for my mom as well to figure out, like, what is she up to? What is she like? What does she dislikes? Like, it was very difficult for my mom as well to figure out.
Were you also an only child?
Yeah.
That is compounded issues. I mean, forgive me for psychoanalyzing, but I speak of this as not a kid, but as a potential parent soon. Okay, I think about this. I think about what kind of a family I want to have on a very serious level. And I think when parents get separated, it is so difficult for a young child to process that.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Particularly if you're an only child, you have nobody to confide in. And sometimes it's isolation and like being alone and like processing it, however, in your silence.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's breaking bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do things that you're not supposed to do. Like you start smoking cigarettes too soon, right? You start going out and partying,
so
or like, if you're a woman, you start meeting men too soon and all of that, right? Was it particularly difficult for many years? Because initially it was difficult, I'm sure.
Yeah, for many years. Even now, in a certain way, it is. Now, I think I'm just like, I know what has happened. So I've like made peace with it. But I do miss that father figure in my life.
You're not in touch?
No, not at all.
At all?
At all.
And do you know how your father feels about you doing so well?
I randomly saw him commenting on one of my interviews, and somebody else told me about it.
That must have felt weird?
Yeah. I was like, if you cared about me or whatever, like you could just call me. You could just call me, ask me how I was, how I'm doing, or what. You're just commenting on my
men are complicated like that.
I don't know. I thought I was very close to my father. But so then it took me years and years to understand whether he loved me, whether I understood him, do I understand him, does he understand me? It was very complicated.
Have you answered any of those questions? Because
I don't
I want to meet a woman that understands men. Like that's what I'm looking for in this world, okay?
I don't think my father understands love.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did he grow up poor?
No.
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 Very interesting.
Yeah.
He
He came from a very rich family, but he didn't have anything of his own. It was all his father's money. And then when my mom and dad got married, they lived separately, and he started his own business and everything. Mom helped him a lot. And I've seen that women do so much for him, so much, and that is when I picked sides. And
So interesting.
yeah.
Picking sides as an idea.
Yeah, even though like I was very, very close to my father, but I picked side because I knew he was wrong in so many levels. And a 13-year-old to take that decision,
It makes you grow up instantly.
yeah.
I think women in general have to grow up way faster than men have to.
Yeah, especially if they go through some stuff like that, then
Also, like,
obviously it will happen.
kal parson I was hanging out with this friend of mine, okay? Female. And she was telling me about this guy, okay, and what the guy has done to her in terms of breaking her heart. And she was like, wait, I don't understand. And I was like, look, I'll explain this to you, okay? You are a woman. He is a boy. Men have no pressure, particularly if they're rich, to grow up and own up to their shit. Which means, look, as a man, I'm okay if you cannot deal with 100% of your emotions. I'm okay. I understand. It's complicated, right? But 30%, is that a good bargaining point to start with? For you to have a handle over your emotions that you use to deal with the world?
Yeah.
And very often, men are so preoccupied with nonsense competition, which is only fruitful if you have the basics clear. Like, अगर तेरा emotional regulation is proper ना, फिर तू कर ले यार अपना social status वाला game कि मेरे को भी बड़ा आदमी बनना है, मेरे को भी अपना achievement चाहिए, etc. One, that, and two, sex is very different for men and women. Very underspoken fact.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like how?
So, I think one example is, for me, cheating sexually is the worst form of cheating. If my girlfriend was to sleep with another man, done. Fuck it, game over. Right? If she was texting another man and telling her problems, I'd be a little offended, but I wouldn't be like, okay, khatam sab barbad, aag laga do, usme machis dal ke, right? For her, it'd be the opposite, where I'm not like, if I sexually engaged with another woman, there is still a slight scope for forgiveness. But if I started giving her the other woman, my heart and my soul and like all my time and my emotions, that's it. And so it's not to say that one is lower than the other. It's a very tricky territory to speak about, particularly in monogamous, hum explicit monogamous relationship mein hai. Of course, cheating is bad, right? But I just feel like for men, they can compartmentalize sex in two different ways. One is an intimate form of sex. One is purely animalistic.
Yeah.
Or that is where confusion begins. Because women are like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
And the man's like, exercise tha. Exercise kar liya. Right?
That's so bad. That's so bad.
Too much truth.
I mean, I knew men think like that, but to hear it from a man.
From a man. But it's a circuitry thing. And when I was a student, I started studying psychology. And I started with evolutionary psychology. And the basics of this is evolutionary psychology. I can take you on that arc, but it's very nerdy and I don't think you'd appreciate. But
I like nerdy guys.
you're going somewhere. The idea is basically the difference in gametes. So sperm infinite, eggs one at a time. Right? For men, they never run out of resources in terms of producing babies. For a woman, parental investment from a man is very important. And parental investment goes beyond just sex. It's taking care of me, it's taking care of my child, it's providing for resources. For a man, it's like, look, I will raise a kid with one woman with all my heart, and then there's going to be 20 others that may or may not survive. That's a purely biological way of thinking about it. Jiya is shocked. I like nerdy guys as long as they're not offending my sensibilities.
I'm just like,
Dude, I was like that too.
What?
I was like that too. And this is the same class that taught us about Leo only dating 24-year-olds. Because supposedly 24 is when most women average peak in beauty, biologically speaking.
Okay.
Not to disappoint you.
No, not that I
okay,
wanted
okay,
to date him.
No, but
Not
like,
that I had any chance either.
but I think Leo would be pretty average dating-wise. Because if he was good, a woman would hold him down.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Have you ever seen a woman complain about Leo?
I don't know. I've never met any one of them. So how would I know? Those girls, like teenager girls, might be just happy dating a
50-something star,
Yeah.
like everybody loves him.
Yeah.
What is it about women and older men?
I don't know. They might have daddy issues.
Let's go. Daddy issues is such an interesting thing because men have daddy issues too. Most successful men I know have some amount of daddy issues. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to replace their fathers. That's where the drive's coming from.
Yeah. And girls trying to find their father and in their potential someone.
Yep.
In a way, yes. But that sounds wrong.
It's not father, it's a masculine presence.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Better put in words. Yes.
Have you, has the attention matrix around Jiya Shankar changed since Wade? Like, do you get a lot of DMs with blue tick guys saying, hey, what's up, cutie? I'm not going to ask you for their names.
I do, but I don't know. I don't entertain people like that.
No one.
No, because until and unless you have something, if you just say hi, I'm not going to reply to that.
That's a bad DM to go with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like appreciating my work or something like that, because a lot of people messaged me after Wade, and Varun Dhawan also messaged me for Wade.
Isn't he married? Dude, Varun, what the fuck?
He is a sweetheart,
Acha,
okay?
acha, haan.
Like that. Like he just appreciated my work. That's it. Nothing else. Although like he said that he's not watched the film, he's like, I have heard a lot about the film. I'm going to watch it soon. I was like, yes, please do watch it. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. So, but I like that guy. You know, like I think he always was very clear that I have a girlfriend and I'm going to marry her.
From the get, no?
Yeah.
From the get.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That is so cool, and I love such people, you know, who are like open about their relationship. Not like you're not like speaking about it if you are a public figure, you're not speaking in front of the cameras about it, but otherwise people around you know about it and your intentions are very clear like that. No matter what happens, no matter how many distractions you face,
Right.
you are very clear because you know who holds your heart.
Right. That clarity has something like, there's a confidence to it I love.
Yeah.
I resisted that temptation for a long period of my life. Because I was like, yaar, abhi to main jawan hu. But then, at a certain point, I began to see things very differently. I began to see that men often get trapped in this thing where they're like, how many women or how many cute women, as opposed to, I think the glory is in being able to be with someone beyond the difficulties of being with someone.
Yeah.
The real challenge begins once you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
Before that is all like validation, attention, and like serving your selfish needs kind of a thing.
I think once you find that person and you never know who you're going to fall in love with, even though that person might be the complete opposite of who you wanted, I think just stick to it.
तेरे को प्यार हुआ है?
Of course.
दिल भी टूटा है?
हाँ, बहुत
तूने तोड़ा,
बुरी
उसने
तरह।
तोड़ा?
उसने तोड़ा।
क्या करा? छोड़ दिया मैसेज पे ही?
नहीं, ये
अच्छा,
तो मतलब तो बच्चों वाला प्यार नहीं है।
अब तो हम बड़े हो गए हैं।
But it was very toxic.
अच्छा।
It was very toxic, and in a way, I was glad that it ended.
How long was it?
It's been 5 years to it.
No.
Yeah.
How long was the relationship?
2 years.
अच्छा.
It was 2 years of toxic relationship.
Girls have this beautiful ability to never spot a toxic relationship until it's over.
No. I knew it even then, but I was so in love. I would literally just pray to God, like, help me get out of this. Because I can't stop feeling for this person.
What are you feeling in that moment? When you're with a classic toxic?
It was like, I know what he's doing is wrong. I know he's hurting me. I cannot accept this. This is very disrespectful and this and that. So many things. But you know, like how I would never be with a guy who would cheat on me, but he cheated on me. And I was still with him. I gave him another chance just because I thought, fine, let it be, like, maybe that was a mistake. I know that he's lying. His excuses are not valid enough, but still I'll be like...
You want to believe his excuses?
I want to believe it.
Because
I'm
it's
so in love.
such a good story.
Yeah. I know it's lie, it's stupid, like he's speaking nonsense. Makes no sense at all. Everything is very clear, but still I am so in love. And that moment, no matter how many people make you understand, you are not going to listen to them. There will come a moment, but I know whoever is listening to this and whoever is going through this toxic relationship, I know there are people around you trying to protect you from it, and even you know it, but there will come a point, let that person be, just go through it all. There will come a moment because this person is going to fuck up again, and that will be the biggest shit ever, and then you will be like, I'm done.
यार वही तो अगर
it'll break you, like anything, like it physically hurts. This emotional pain physically hurts. I went through anxiety. I didn't even know what anxiety was until I went through it.
It's kind of crazy, huh?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
You seem like, it always seems like the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's like ये अभी सब कुछ खत्म हो सकता है, सब बर्बाद हो जाएगा, like that kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
But पता है क्या है, with cheating ना, the problem is, अगर मैं तेरे को माफ कर दूँ, ठीक है, suppose तू और मैं relationship में, you end up cheating, and I'm like, you know what, I forgive you. What I've subconsciously allowed both of us to register as evidence is that you can get away with it.
Yeah.
So, even though you're like, I won't slip, but if you're exposed to that slip, even the slightest, and you slip up again, you know you can go back, cry, say I'm sorry, and manicure this whole conversation, and I'm likely to believe it. So you're setting wrong standards over the long run.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I just feel it's very disrespectful.
I agree.
Yeah. So, if you're madly in love with someone, I will only have eyes for that one person. You know, it just doesn't happen because emotionally, like I said, like somebody is holding my heart, and I am holding somebody else's. It'll just not happen. I'll not feel anything.
Yep.
And I've been there.
What people don't understand, and I mean, when men don't understand, is for women, attraction needs many components.
Yeah.
It's like a regulator.
Yeah.
For men, it's a switch.
Yeah.
She hot or not, that's it. She cute or not, that's it. I don't care if I hate you. If you're cute, I will tap. Like, that's all men can think on that level.
How? Like, this is...
It's the biology, girl. It's the biology.
It's so sad. Like, because for me, being in this industry, I'm surrounded with good-looking people, but I need to see substance. I need to see if there's something beyond your beauty.
Tell me about this substance thing, na? Kya hota hai substance?
It's like, okay, so I like people who can have a conversation, people who are intellectual, talk about shit that I don't understand, that will go above my head. But that's how I will gain knowledge for something I don't know. And I love people like that. I love people who will talk about a lot of different things, you know, probably talk about not just about the industry. Talk about something else. Talk about the universe. I don't know, like something that I don't know about. Something that all of us are somewhere curious about. You know, so different things, you know.
Yeah, have an adventure, dude.
Yeah, and this more to life than just this. आज पार्टी कहाँ करनी है?
मैं दिल्ली से हूँ, मेरे को पता है यही बात करते हैं सब बहन ले दे के सब लोग यही बात करते हैं भाई आज तो उसने मेरे को याद है I would walk into clubs and this was with girls because I was hanging out with a lot of girls around then so my girlfriend's friends would all be like इसने ये कपड़े पहने हैं इसने ये कपड़े पहने हैं अब हम इसके बाद यहाँ आफ्टर पार्टी करेंगे और मेरे को लगता था साइनाइड खा लेता हूँ मैं क्या बचा है अब जीवन में मतलब यही सुनने बैठा हूँ पूरी रात तो and this is a symptom of stagnation in a human if they do not feel challenged, especially when they're young, you are going backwards in life. And I can see that being, because your industry and my industry, it's a very aesthetic industry.
Yeah.
What appears is what sells.
Yeah.
Substance जाए तेल लेने ना, substance का क्या करना है किसी को? People end up making that their personality.
Our industry is very, like, what are you wearing? What brand is that? Or like, like bags, cars, phones, all these things have to be luxurious, have to be branded.
Right.
And I don't know, I've just not fallen for that yet.
Right.
And I don't think I ever will, because I would want to, I believe in adventures. Like, tell me,
Take me somewhere spontaneously.
Take me somewhere spontaneously, or like tell me about your biggest adventure that you had. Tell me a memory. Tell me the stupidest thing that you've done or the craziest thing you've done. Something like that. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care if it's Gucci,
If I'm
Prada,
going to take
or
it off
Bandra.
anyway, eventually, I don't care what you're wearing.
I don't.
Tell me about your craziest, like, what is the wildest thing you've done? What is the stupidest thing you've done? If I was Jiya Shankar and you were Prakhar, what would you answer?
Oh.
I'm switching the table. I'm role reversal right here, ladies and gentlemen.
If I was Prakhar, I would say, I actually went to one of those parties that we were talking about.
Craziest time, by the way. Camera के बाद में काट देंगे मैं तेरे को बता. Have I been to one of those parties? No, I genuinely haven't, I think. But पता है, they get
But
so...
I want to go to a strip club.
I've never even been to a strip club.
How? I would do that.
Yeah,
like,
I
just
think...
want to see, like,
I just think
what
it's such a
happens there.
passive thing to be in a strip club. Like, what? I just want 3D porn in front of my eyes, porn I can't participate in. Like, this is my genuine approach with men, okay? So this one time for my birthday, my boys were all like, वहाँ पे अमेरिका में, they're like, चल तेरे को ना, we'll take you to a strip club. I was like, I'm turning 23, not 17. Like, I'm not going to go to a strip club, waste money looking at girls do obnoxious shit around me.
I don't know, what do they do? Pole dance?
They'll pole
Naked.
dance, or you can pay them extra to, and they'll do lap dances.
dancing, yeah.
The whole charm about it is that you as a person start chasing her, so you'll be like, do it with me, do a little more, like, come a little closer. And she knows how to play that dynamic very well.
Of course.
So you're just getting ripped off.
Yeah.
I think going to strip club is stupid.
Of course, like, can't get addicted to it for sure. Like,
But
I just
for
want
a
to
girl,
like
I can see.
experience.
Yeah.
I just want to experience like what happens.
When women are truly objectified.
Yeah.
Strip clubs are a good idea. I think underground parties are great.
I would rather go to like Magic Mike.
Magic what?
Magic Mike.
वो क्या है?
Magic Mike, the film that had come, and this actually happens.
Okay, tell me.
These male strippers.
Oh, I've seen male strippers. I've been to gay clubs, no?
I want to go there, but not like the gay ones.
Acha,
But
straight
the
ones.
straight ones. Yeah. Oh, that's so hot.
I can see. Dude, so this
No,
one.
it's hot. Like,
मैं एक बारी
Bombay is hot.
I went to this, and I spoke about this on Amin's thing too. I went to this club called The Cock in New York. It's a gay club. And you walk in, and there are not छोटे-छोटे से caves on the wall, and men in tights are just going, like वो Desi boys type dance कर रहे हैं, ठीक है वो लोग सारे.
Wow.
And I was just like, yo, what? Like I'm 1 year into being in America. I've never seen it. Like, what the fuck is happening? And there are stories from that spot also. I cannot tell you, because I think gay people are so much more efficient about sex than straight people.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that from a gay friend of mine. Yeah.
A gay. Because हमें क्या है? We have to do a dance, men and women. Like, you will, if I say on a date, if I say it explicitly, hey, do you want to have sex? It's over. It's over. It cannot be, because we have to circle around it and eventually land up there. That's generally the flow of the first time, right? For
Yeah, I
gay
don't
men,
know
it's like,
about
you cute. Yeah, you cute. Let's tap. Boom. Done.
What?
Yep. I've had moments
Like
where I've been,
that?
like, he just walked up to me. I'm like, are you trying to rob me? He's like, no, you're cute. I'm like, okay, what's up, bro? Like, this is, so I think
But you
it's-
told him that you're straight.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you were friends? Then he left.
No, I had friends. They were still there. I had a gay friend with me there
Huh.
who was very happy going around like a butterfly. Let's just put it like
So
that.
cute.
Just like that. It's a very interesting world. I didn't know there is a such thing called a gaydar where you can tell.
Yeah. So this friend of mine, he keeps sending me all these actors with profiles on Instagram, and he'll be like,
Gay.
and I'm like, no. He's like, yes, I'm telling you, my gaydar.
Yep.
It's telling me that he's. I was like, how? And then one fine day, I was just like randomly ask that friend of mine, like, do you swing both ways? Like, because my friend was interested, he was asking. And I was like, yes, I do. Don't tell anybody though.
Are you on Tinder, etc. though?
No.
You up to like you are a blue tick individual?
I never was. I was on dating apps, but never on Tinder.
No.
Because वो तो नाम ही इतना खराब कर दिया Tinder का.
True.
Yeah, it's only for sex and shit. So like no, I was on Bumble. Then I was on Hinge. Both of them banned me.
For what reason?
They banned me because everybody reported my profile thinking it's fake.
No.
Yeah, so now I don't have access to dating apps.
Bro, crazy amount of fame, huh? Where people think you doing you is fake. It's like the comment section under Amin's podcast.
Oh my god, like what is it?
It's just like, I was just joking about people going, oh, she's so pretentious.
Oh,
In that way.
Oh yes. People are like, oh, she's so fake, this, that. God knows what all comments were there on the podcast. I was like, I don't want to go through this comment section.
It's the worst idea.
Yeah.
Worst idea.
And then people told me like, never go through comment section. Do not go through it. And plus, I've also decided not to drink during any of my interviews or podcasts.
भैया 2 whiskey लगा दोगे?
बिल्कुल नहीं.
What do you drink when you drink though? Gin, whiskey?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
You've always been a whiskey girl?
No, started with beer, then vodka, then whiskey, then switched to rum, then again whiskey. Yeah.
Have you tried gin?
Gin I have tried,
In Delhi, it's huge
but
right now.
I'm just very scared of white liquor now because I have gastritis.
Yeah, that
and
gets
then,
rough.
Yeah, I discovered it when I had LIT.
Oh shit.
And then I started vomiting, my stomach was aching. I was like, what is going on? I'm so scared.
Right.
Yeah. And then that's when I was told that I have gastritis.
On
Like,
sets and stuff though, I would imagine like when you're recording shooting for hours, it's probably alcohol lying around there, right? People
No, no,
people
no.
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 No
So you're
one
very
drinks.
disciplined on set?
Yeah. Everybody is. Everybody. I don't know if there are people who drink while they're working. I've never seen one. And yeah, people are very, 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 very professional and they are working.
Achha.
Also, we have to concentrate.
What are you concentrating on exactly?
Dialogues,
याद
scripts.
कि याद है कि नहीं dialogue?
Yeah, that. Then you have to perform. Also, there are a lot of things. I can't smile a certain way because then my imperfections will show. So yeah, it's like that.
What is this certain way in which
I
you're imperfection?
discovered when I smile like, why am
Like
I
this?
doing this?
Like this?
No.
Mute वो कर दियो ऐसे ना blur कर दियो अंशु ऊपर से smile. Later.
No, not like that. People love my smile.
I think so too. I would say that 100%.
Yeah, but there's this one way that I smile, and I saw this. I was like, why am I smiling like that? That doesn't look nice. And then
Can I
I
see
had
that?
to like control it.
Can I make you more human for myself by making you smile like that?
So like, I do this little thing on my nose.
So cute, no problem though. I'd be okay with it. If I was a director, I'd be like, let it float.
So then it doesn't usually look nice. I know my angles. So then even we have to look at our mark where we are standing. We sometimes it's like the camera is placed in such an angle that you can't move beyond that mark that's given to you. So all these things, there are a lot of things. You also like have to catch the light where it's coming from, and you have to make sure that the actor in front of you is not blocking your light. So
That's so intense.
a lot of things.
It would seem almost कि movie shoot करना has, like it has more to do with the logistics of shooting than it has to do with actual acting as compared to
Yeah.
maybe theatre. Right? Did you do theatre?
I did theatre. Even theatre has its own things, you know. Even they have markings on
Right,
stage.
you enter left or whatever,
Yeah.
right? You stand
Earlier,
here.
they didn't have mics on stage. They don't have speakers. Now they do. But earlier it was like you have to keep your voice that loud that the people sitting on the last row can also hear you.
Right.
So,
We would do a lot of theatre as like
I've
watch.
only did it once.
Huh.
I don't have much knowledge about it. But yeah, through that one thing, whatever knowledge I have.
So it's been almost quick. Matlab, if I'm assuming you started at a certain whatever adult age, you went from theatre to Pishachini.
Not straight to Vishachri.
That block of my life is called Pishachini.
Like you started acting Pishachri. Landed up in Pishachri.
Dude, how were your friends like when you were doing Pishachini? My friends would rip me a new asshole.
They were like, they would call it names like what? They would not able to pronounce it properly. First of all, like Pichashni. A lot of people would call it Pichashni. And Pishachini, Pishni, what not, what chini. Oh my God, so many things. Then they will ask me, what does that mean? What is Pishachini? Chudel hoti hai, chudel.
Kind of, no?
Nahi.
Fir?
Kind of.
Huh.
But there are a lot of things like Dian, Chudel, Pishachni.
But tell me, how does it feel to go through a 100-episode endeavor trying to kill a bad CGI lookalike of Jadoo?
She looked very pretty, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck
Very
yeah.
hot.
Nice.
Yeah.
There is something to that, right? When you're like half demon, half human. Like this whole thing we were discussing about the Twilight ripoff that's happening on TV now.
Yeah.
मैं
know that
एक
girl.
भेड़िया हूँ. That's the trailer. He hugs the woman. He says, मैं एक भेड़िया हूँ. And then Karan Kundra enters from the side. He's like, रुको, मैं भी vampire को जो भी whatever the word for vampire is, मैं भी ये हूँ. And then it suddenly breaks into a Twilight-like thing. Why is that such a thing?
Yeah.
What do you think about TV having all these like sidey, demonish characters?
People are loving it. People are watching it. So as far as they are loving it, people are making
You don't
more
watch this
such
stuff, though.
content. I've watched Twilight.
You watched Twilight.
Yeah, I have loved it. A lot of people have loved it. And it's just that the production value is more when it comes to Hollywood shows, the way they are making it. But comparatively, they are making a show, you know. And this is a TV show. This is going every day, and to do VFX for the team every single day, it's a tough job.
I can imagine.
Yeah, plus the budgets and everything, yeah, it's not easy. And still, if we are doing it, I don't think it's such a bad idea. Like, cool,
Yeah.
and people are loving it, people are liking it, so what's the problem? Like,
हाँ मतलब देख
there's-
cringe तो सब कुछ ही है.
yeah, जिसको जो पसंद है उसको वो content मिल रहा है. Good enough, no?
तेरे को क्या content पसंद है? Generally.
I like sci-fi. I like
Like Black Mirror type stuff,
drama. Oh, that was nice.
right?
That was crazy.
Black Mirror makes me feel a part of my body I didn't know existed. Like it goes deep somewhere. You know what I mean? You laughing like that is making me doubt my own words right now, Jiya. I meant more in the sense of like something in my gut tells me, oh my God, this is so bad. Now I'm thinking about a part of my body that's nowhere near my gut. Oh my God. I didn't know you were capable of this with just your expressions.
What makes me a better actor?
Oh yeah, that's true though. I forgot we were. Jiya's like, by the way, before we shot, she's like, am I the first actress you're interviewing? And I'm like, I think so. And she's like, yes, secretly. She's like, yes.
No, it's just that then I can talk about a lot of things, you know.
Talk about everything with me.
Yeah.
I'm a listener.
Yeah. So am I. What's your sun sign though?
Thank you. This is over now. We can stop recording.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh, she's the astrology type of a girl.
Dude, this used to be my deal breaker until it became a very common deal breaker, and I was like, I need a new one. But I remember in Delhi, I was at this bar or whatever talking to this girl, and it's going great, and suddenly she's like, but wait. I was like, okay. She's like, what's your sun sign? And I'm like, my sun sign is goodbye. And I walk around and I felt so cool about it. I was 19. I was like, now this is going to be my deal breaker. But I'm an Aquarius. Now I'm more open to the idea of expressing my sun and my moon signs.
No, I just asked, like, I believe, like, it just helps you get to know about a person's basic nature. That's it.
Tell me about
That's
mine.
it.
I'm Aquarius, 17th February.
Aquarius, I am also, my moon sign is Aquarius.
Okay, and your sun sign is?
Aries,
That's April, March, April?
April.
April.
17.
So what does an Aquarius sign say about me?
I don't know much. I'm not the astrology girl.
तो फिर पूछ के क्या फायदा हुआ
But
जिया?
like the basic nature. So now I know like how you are. So
I'm a
like
water
we
type.
will, huh?
I'm a water type. Is that what you
Yeah,
feel, right?
yeah, more calmer. You, like you said, you're a good listener. So yeah, I can relate to all those things because I am, or my moon sign is Aquarius. So fire sign and water sign, there is some balance in me because of that. Otherwise, just fire sign, I would have been like, fire!
That sounds kind of nice.
There wouldn't have been any balance.
I
then.
know what you mean.
Yeah.
So for me, those categorizations help in the sense of like kuch personality type ish things sort of, right?
Yeah.
So for instance, I think I think we have great chemistry, no doubt, but
Yeah.
sometimes when there is more, I can get into my logical place very solid, right? And I'll become like very mechanic and logical about things. And in those moments, if I'm surrounded by other logical people, we'll clash a lot. Right? And that point, more flowy people help, and that could be a moon sign sort of equivalent in your thing. When I'm sad, and I think this is why relationships go to shit very often. Say I'm sad, okay? And I'm sad, I'm finally feeling emotions after 7 days. And say the person I'm speaking to has no place to hold my emotion. They are also emotional. We are going to end up having a very bad disagreement while I'm sad. Because we're both emotion. So I think there is a balancing thing that's happening somewhere there. I'm not really sure how to label it exactly.
I get it, but a lot of times it has nothing to do with astrology, and it also comes with how mature a person is. You know,
Do you think I'm a mature person?
somewhere, yeah. A man talking about family, girlfriend, looking, potentially seeing a future with her, talks about kids. Yes.
That's all it takes?
No.
Guys, that's what you want to DM
No, but
Jiya,
I
be
just see, because a lot of men don't, like, especially the men that I've come across lately, they don't want responsibility, they don't want a family, they don't want to have kids, and a
They're
lot
boys.
of such things.
They're
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, like, maybe in future you would want to, right? Like, I don't know. It's like, okay, like I'm not judging you, but
Have you ever sat a man down and been like, तेरे को चाहिए क्या? I get it, no family.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
yeah,
that. मैं
yeah.
open-minded हूँ.
Yeah.
But तेरे को चाहिए क्या?
yeah, they would not know.
हाँ.
It's like पहले करियर हो जाए. ठीक है, करियर के लिए क्या कर रहे हैं? कर रहा हो कोशिश. अरे but क्या? I don't see you doing anything. I have met a lot of people like that. Be it men, women, both. You know, when it comes to this. They want to do a lot of things, but they are not doing anything about it. I would only see them partying and spending time with friends most of the times, and ये concert जाना है, ये party जाना है, ये chill करना है, वो chill करना है, ये reel बनाना है.
So cool. This culture, this micro-culture of reels, and in the US, TikTok, because I'll be walking or working out in the park, right? I'm just chilling,
Yeah.
I'm having my morning stretch. And at 7 a.m., this girl's going to be going full. And you're like, yo, to yourself? Like looking at a wall right now and doing this? What? But
Yeah.
it begs the question, what is a deal breaker for Jiya in that moment? Like, say tomorrow a potential blue star actor or whatever kind of people you're interested in is watching this podcast. By the way, if you're watching, how are you? And they're like, I want to figure out that this is a deal breaker in Jiya's situation. Where is it end? It's like, अब नहीं कर सकती मैं तेरे से बात और. Is it like this feeling of being lost? When men show that they have no plans and they're not willing to take on responsibility, or is it a specific quirk?
It's like, I like people who have a passion. I like people who have goals, who know what they want in life.
Right.
And they are working towards it. So that is how I know I am surrounded with such people where I am also going. I'm also headed towards.
Right.
So,
I think most people just want a comfortable life and to look cool. And people don't recognize that. If they did, they would realize why are they hanging out at all these parties and doing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It avoids responsibility, so my life's easy.
Yeah.
And two, I still look cool. So people think, and through people I can think my life is going somewhere.
A lot of times, if you are going for all such parties, you would also realize that, oh, like, this somewhere subconsciously, or I don't know, consciously, it gets into your head like, that guy drives that car and has this girlfriend and he's so rich, or like blah blah blah, whatever, all these materialistic things, and I would want that too, even though I can't afford it, and I will do God knows what to have it in my life. And I think that is just so toxic.
You as an ambitious person, because I can see, right? Ki your life's not just whose arm am I on. You are a person onto yourself,
Yeah.
right? Do you have a money goal? Like, do you like, mere ko itna banana hai and then I'm done? Or is it just an infinite chase for art? If I was to figure that out, what would your answer be to that question?
I would never want to stop working, but of course, like considering the industry that I'm in, it demands a lot of time, and eventually, like I said, I want a family, and I would want to give maximum amount of time to my family later when that happens. I would want to go on vacations and everything, all of that sort. But for me to be able to do that, I would hate the fact that I'm dependent on someone. I don't want to be that person. I want something of my own. If it's 50-50 partnership, I don't like the fact that I don't know. I'll just not be able to take it. I won't be able to take it.
हाँ, तेरा past
It's
है यार वो.
50-50, yeah.
It's so clear.
Yeah.
When you see your mom go through all of that stuff, there is no way you would want to be in that position.
Yeah, and she never took a single penny from anybody. Nobody. We
Right.
went through whatnot. I've seen such horrible days, and here we are today, and I'm so proud of it.
Is she proud of you?
She's extremely proud of me.
Has she cried yet?
She did.
Right?
She did when she watched the film. So it was, it came because of a lot of emotions for her. Also because the film was very good. Plus she saw me on screen. She finally felt that I've reached somewhere after all that we went through together. And I went through, she went through. So many emotions came together, and she just could not stop crying in front of everyone. Ritesh was there, Genelia was there, everybody was there to calm her down.
There is a beauty about life that sort of shows itself in these moments.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, your past has almost nothing to do with the achievements you have in a 1:1 input-output sense, right?
Yeah.
But when all of it comes together in this fashion, all the pain becomes valid. You're like, theek tha, worth it. Like,
Yeah.
we've come here. We've arrived in a certain place. And for a parent to experience that, this shift happened for me about last year, where I stopped looking at myself as my father's son and more as a father of my potential child. And it can begin if you just look at your nephews and nieces, right? Like, they're younger than you and you're like, I'm responsible for this one, right? And when they do well, you're like, there's a different sense of pride altogether. That's when I began to empathize with my dad, because my dad mass circulates everything I do. This conversation is going to be on 1,000 different WhatsApp groups, because my dad's going to be like, my son interviewed Marathi actress, this, that, in a second and a half, right? And first I'd be like, Papa, kya? But now I know that this is the game he enjoys playing, and he's proud of me in that way.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, I'm backing you. Sabko batao. Abhi batayenge, saath baith ke batayenge. And there is joy and there is beauty in that.
Yeah, my mom, when she went to our native place,
Which is where?
It's Sangli.
Sangli.
Yeah.
And it's around here?
Maharashtra. Yeah.
Maharashtra, right.
Yeah. So everybody were taking pictures with her because she is my mother. And that moment, that feeling for her, like she called me and she's like, you know what? I was like, what? People are taking pictures with me.
That's so cute, dude. That's so cute.
And she's so cute. Like she's this much, so tiny, little cute.
She's going to have very high standards for the guys you bring home.
She does.
She's going to be sniper mode.
Yeah. And major things that mainly she looks for in a man for me, she's like, is he going to take care of her emotionally?
Right.
That is number one, because I am emotionally very mature now. I can take care of myself, even though like tomorrow I don't get married or whatever. I have to live my life alone. I can take care of myself.
Good enough, yeah. You be a cat mom. Plant mom,
Yeah.
cat mom, dog mom. Works out.
So plants I can't take care of. A very high maintenance.
Really?
Yeah.
Plants are high maintenance as
Yes.
opposed to a dog?
So many, yes. So I'm very clear. Like
priorities
I
are
know he
messed
will
up.
poop. I just have to pick that up, and I have to feed him. That's it. I have to play with him. Cool. Plant, I don't know what is wrong with you. I am watering you. I am doing everything. There's enough sunlight. What is wrong with you? Why are you dying? I don't know.
ओ मेरे को इसकी सिर्फ टट्टी उठानी है पानी डालना पानी कैसे डालते हैं मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा पानी
Shut up. There's a lot of things. Okay, it's not easy.
I can imagine. I have so many like पता है New York is such a wild place. It's like Bombay but like more khachakach, no? Like more. So people have no space, and when people have no space, also social fabric is fucked
Yeah.
in those parts, right? So women accept very quickly, and I know. Like when I say gorgeous, it's not just physical. Like gorgeous, brilliant women accept this fate very quickly that it may not be that they find the right guy. That's made me see some merit, controversially speaking, in arranged marriage, because just because you were unlucky and you ended up with the wrong guy for 2 years without realizing, now your chances are so massively depleted. Nobody was there to tell you you're making a wrong choice. So women end up being plant moms. It's a thing, okay? Plant mom.
What?
I'm a plant mom. What do? I water my plants every day and I love them like they're human.
Yeah.
Ugh, first of all, that's. Secondly, that's sad. Come on. Like you can just
I don't
have
understand that,
plants.
okay.
You don't have to be a plant mom. You can just have plants. You know what I mean? So,
Well,
that's a thing. That's a thing.
that's debatable for people who are plant moms.
I will get hate from plant moms. But cat, there's a whole feline cat mom thing also, no?
Yeah,
That's
that's what I was going to come to. Like
Right.
I am a
Cat mom?
Yeah.
You have catty features.
Okay.
That's a compliment.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
cats are
fine.
good looking. Right, Ansh? Yeah, Ansh is like, yes. Nervously, yes.
Okay, I'll take.
Do you want a
that as
coffee or
compliment.
something?
No.
Something to
Soon
eat?
water.
Yeah,
No.
I'll get you some water. Nothing to eat?
No. Are you hungry? You must be hungry.
No, I don't eat before I'm done
What?
working.
It's 3. Wow. This conversation just went on and on. I don't remember when it's the last time I spoke to someone.
By the way, this is the moment I plug Art of Conversation. Go check it out at artofconversation.in.
Wow, there's a thing.
I teach people how to talk to people.
Wow.
Would you not say I'm good at it?
You are good at it.
Thank you.
You are.
If people in the film industry are attesting to it, I'm doing something nice. Yeah, I had to pretty much learn how to do this. I remember the first time I saw the girl I liked. It's in high school, 10th grade or something, okay? I'd liked her from a distance. She comes up close and we're about to talk, I faint. My heart accelerated too much and I lost breath and
What?
I just fainted. And it was pretty embarrassing because my friends never let that one pass. They were like, Sale.
Of course, I would not let it pass either.
Right? And so that was my first.
Shit, that's crazy.
And then like, you know, I wasn't particularly, like I always knew how to talk to dudes. That was more my natural environment, probably because I was playing sports and whatever. But girls, I had no idea how to talk to. When I landed up in America, it became worse because now I didn't even know how to talk to the dudes. So I felt so lost that I set out on the whole thing. I was like, I'm going to ace this shit. And by the time
That's
I
when
graduated,
you know a nerdy guy.
is set on a mission. Don't be challenging them nerds, bruh. Like
Yeah.
that's not going to end up well for anyone. And then by the time I started my content career, somebody advised me to look into telling people how to talk, and that just became a thing. Now I'm very fond of it.
Wow.
In fact, my first book,
Interesting.
which I forget I've written, is about this, about how to talk to people.
You've written a book?
Yes.
What's it called?
Don't shut up.
That is nice.
I
I
know.
will definitely read it.
Hey, send her a copy. I'll sign it.
I was waiting for that. I knew you would say it. I don't even have to ask for it.
Yeah, of course not. You're now elite on YouTube. You've been on my show, Elite.
Class.
Absolutely. You could get that tattooed on you. I was on Prakhar's podcast and people would be like, oh my God, that's elite stuff.
Aw,
What is that though? What does it say? On your arm.
It's a Latin phrase, per aspera ad astra, which means through hardships to the stars.
Oof.
Yeah.
Deep. Do you like poetry?
Kind of.
Hmm.
Only stuff that I will understand.
Look, I got something for you.
Wow, you're so nice.
It just fell off, and now it is yours.
So sweet. You got
I didn't
me
choose
flowers.
this fate.
Prakhar got me flower.
Fate chose you.
Am I getting a samosa too?
Wait, I gotta pick this up.
Cross. What?
We also
No,
got a
that's not
samosa for you.
What is going on here?
Fate chose
Please,
us.
please go away. I'm scared of crows.
They're just jealous I'm having
scared
this
of crows.
conversation and not them.
Can you just like throw their samosa? Yeah.
क्या करूँ फिर?
Throw their samosa somewhere far away. So that they follow the samosa.
अच्छा वो sorry. हाँ वो खा लेंगे. और कुछ नहीं गिरा.
Wow.
सोच कैमरे पे गिर जाता तो? गए समोसे के साथ.
I'm very scared of crows.
Crows.
Yeah.
Out of everything.
Yeah.
Why crows?
There was this one time I was walking back home from school and this crow, I don't know, out of nowhere, he just like went zip like that and he hit me. And since then I'm like shit scared of crows.
Did the crow survive that? No, I don't mean that in a mean way because if a crow hits a human, I'm supposing the crow is the one taking the damage.
Oh yeah, yeah, that happens. Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was so
the
worried
other
about myself.
crows, yeah, the other crows will.
नहीं आ रहे जिया छोड़ दे. तेरे को उन्होंने फ्लावर दिया है. उस थैंक यू बोल.
Thanks.
Thank you crows.
Thanks crows.
हाँ.
Stay away from me. But yeah, and they're just not afraid of anything.
No.
They can just come sit here. And I'll be like, Raven, bye.
You know what cuckoo birds do?
Why, what do they do?
Cuckoo birds will lay eggs in crow nests because the eggs look so similar to crow eggs, and the crows will raise those eggs and the bird thinking it's there.
Yeah, I know.
It's called cuckolding.
Yeah, so cute. Crows are so nice. Don't shit on me.
This is probably the best conversation I've had in a while, bro. Do you know what cuckolding is?
No.
Fair. Okay, we'll leave this for you to Google later.
No, let the comment.
That meant something else. Oh my god.
No. The origin of the word comes from here, but eventually it's become a pornographic thing. Not pornographic, but like a sexual preference thing. It's a particular kind of a sexual preference where, to put it objectively, a man or a woman likes to share their partner with someone else while they don't participate themselves.
Oh, like they
Like
like
watching.
to watch.
Like
Yeah.
watching.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Jiya, incredible as a human to talk to, bro.
I'm so naive, man. I don't know shit.
It's not about you being naive. I think it's the way you express. Like your face speaks so loudly, your eyes speak so loudly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think we'll be friends.
Of course, aren't we?
No, we
I
are.
thought we
At this
already
point,
are friends.
At this point, I would say that. But I think we'll be friends in the future also.
Nice.
You said thanks?
I said nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Okay,
like-
Jiya, I still have to ask you about the movie because I don't think I'll ever watch it. It's in Marathi only, no?
Why wouldn't you watch it?
It's in Marathi only, that's
It's
why.
in.
तो फिर मेरे को क्या समझ आएगा?
But then subtitles आएगा ना?
अच्छा, subtitles आएगा.
Yeah.
हाँ, ठीक है, फिर हम समझ लेंगे. But in the moment that I haven't, and for the people who might watch you on this conversation, develop an insane crush and be like, okay, now I have to go watch this movie in the theaters.
Yeah.
Give me the plot. What is the movie about? Wade, I've understood, means crazy,
Yes. Madness.
madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the movie's about?
Movie is about this guy who falls madly in love with this girl. Something happens. Eventually, he gets married to someone else, and how his life is destroyed because of this
Love affair. His life is destroyed because of this. The first love affair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So love in general is destroying this guy's life.
Yeah. And then later, how that love story is very different from this love story. And the girl he gets married to, who's played by Janelia, how her love is very different to ours. So it's like these three people and their love. It's about their love. It's
So
all about love.
Ritesh falls in love with you first.
Yeah.
And then has to get married to Genelia later.
Yeah.
And then it's about love destroying the essence of his life in a certain way.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
How he was also passionate about something, that's cricket, but then he lets go of everything because he's just destroyed. He's damaged in a way. So yeah.
That is a very interesting. I've always found like Indian cinema making all these angles about love. Generally, first of all, pathetic. Secondly, the man gets destroyed. How, are your fates shown? Like, do you guys get destroyed as well because of this? Because you're the one who does not get the guy. I'm assuming that sucks.
Yeah, of course. Like if you think about from Nisha, the character that I played, her name was Nisha in the film. If you somebody who will connect with her will feel very bad for that girl. I felt really bad for that girl. It's like shit. Like she didn't get nothing, and she was just so happy about life in general, and she would always come up with all these things, you know, like how to look at life in a better way, or any situation for that matter in a better way. If you can't have something, it's okay, you know, you chase something else, or something that you can possibly have in life.
Even you saying that reminded me of so many people I've known, just like a happy-go-lucky girl
Yeah,
who went for it
Yeah.
and then missed.
yeah,
Even men. And it's just, there's something tragic about it.
yeah.
How about the future? Are you considering more movies, more fun stuff, more going around the film industry, doing your thing, more art?
Of course.
Yeah, more of that. And you're
Yeah.
already finagling opportunities. Do you have some? Are you...
I am, like, I've not signed up anything yet, but I'm just meeting people, meet for meetings and auditioning, and all of that stuff is going on.
Marathi only or Hindi also?
No. I'm rarely auditioning for Marathi one, but mostly Hindi, films, web. Yeah, I'm focusing on
Web as
that.
in OTT?
Yeah, OTT.
So I'll be able to be in New York, like put on Netflix, be like, that's my friend.
Yeah. Yes.
Fucking yeah, Brownie
Netflix
Point,
India,
Sunday.
are you listening?
Yeah, I know for sure. Netflix, what are you doing? I think I
Yeah.
found the cutest actress in all of the film industry.
So cute, thanks.
That's my job, upsell.
So yeah, more of that is what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
And let's see where life takes me. Otherwise, future-wise, I know that I'm going to set up my own business one day.
What kind? That's such an interesting thing. Tell me more.
I'm very fond of clothes. So a clothing line for sure.
Do you know what type? Streetwear, formal, what kind of clothes?
Just like basic clothing.
Okay.
You know, like daily wear.
Daily wear.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love pants. I love wearing pants. So I think more of something like that. And
If I was psychoanalyzing you, I'd just go off on like a 45-minute riff. But I'm going to avoid that. You loving pants, taking care of yourself, wearing the pants in your situations. Does that not ring a bell?
where?
Nothing, forget it.
I'm so
I'll take you
lost
deeper
right
after the camera is done. I'll take you deeper. It's just, I think very symbolically. I just think very symbolically. The pants are a symbol, Jiya. That's what I mean.
See, this is the kind of guys I like. Talk about shit I don't understand.
Looks like I'm getting a number later.
You already have my number. That's how you call me with this Datecast.
Okay, but that's a very interesting idea because I think for artists particularly to pivot into something that looks like a business is very important.
Yeah, I was very fond of this, always was. So eventually I think this is something that I would, or like home living things like house decor and stuff
Sure.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, even that I'm very interested in. Things like that.
very cool.
Yeah.
Now that I'm done with asking you the formal parts of things that I generally have to go through, do you have any questions for me?
I already know you're not single, so.
So sadly none. Fuck.
No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe let's see if we can text Clau and figure this out.
I don't want to be a part of that group.
No, but I feel you. I feel you. Sometimes it's hard being not single.
Shut up.
No, I've truly had so much fun talking to you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Same here.
And next time I'm in Bombay, I'll come say hello.
Yes,
Best of luck with
for
everything
sure.
you do in the future.
To you too.
Thank you.